my brother Royal Flush here representing Queens. I'm not sure what district. I don't want to get it wrong. Is it Far Rockaway? Flushing, Queens.
Flushing, yeah.
Representing Flushing, Queens. Let me tell you, man, this man represents an era in hip hop that was so unique and so vibrant and fresh, and it was about creators being innovators, being individuals. At the time when his album Ghetto Millionaire came out, King Tech and I was at our height in our syndication. So we were syndicated all across the world, 5 different continents. And I can't even think of how many stations we had at that time broadcasting out of the Bay Area and also out of L.A. And it was important for us to give artists like Royal Flush an opportunity,
right?
Because of what he represents. He represents the pure nature of the authenticity of the culture at a time when he dropped his album Life After Death by Notorious B.I.G. came out, Wu-Tang Forever came out, The War Report by Capone and Noriega came out.
Wow.
He dropped his album in one of those years that everything was happening, right? But the business was bubbling, and Ghetto Millionaire came out, and he had about 24 tracks on his album. And I remember that at that time, unless it was a double album, that was kind of unheard of, right? Mm-hmm. That wasn't, because you're not getting paid off of 24 tracks that you put on an album back then. Now the business of of music wouldn't allow you to be paid for 24 tracks, but it was more about the art. It was more about the presentation. This is a highly respected elite MC. Please welcome him to the show, the one and only Royal Flush. It's here, man. Come on, the Ghetto Millionaire. Ghetto Millionaire, man.
That's right.
Wow, man. First of all, thank you for coming on the show.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I want you to talk about your story, what's going on in your life now. But if you don't mind, I'd like to ask you a few questions about back then.
Let's get to it.
Okay. All right. So Ghetto Millionaire came out at a time, like I said, it was just a lot of Tribe Called Quest. It was just a whole lot of great music on the West Coast coming out as well, right? What was the scene like in Queens though, man? When you got Tragedy, you got yourself, you got Capone, and Mobb Deep. Like, what was it, a hip hop playground? Like, what was the energy like? What did y'all like? Were people meeting up, congregating?
I mean, they call me like the governor. What it was is that I was from Flushing, but I kept the balance to everybody in Queens. Like, I would bring Queensbridge to Jamaica. I would bring Jamaica to Queensbridge. I kept all of us units. So the love in Queens was crazy at that time, as far as hip hop, because I was able to just balance all of us together. And at that time, a lot of artists from Queens was like, the Mobb Deep, the CNN. It was kind of like hardcore street. So to make myself different, I said, I'm gonna be the calm one, the fly one, the one with the jewelry, the one that like to go out and party. So I separated myself from that hard part of Queens, and that's what balanced us out, right? But we was all love though.
But everybody liked each other though. Tell the truth, it's Queens.
I made it. I was the best liaison I could be at that time.
Okay.
For Queens, but yeah, I did it. I mean, I did it. It wasn't too much beef. It wasn't. It was more. It was more if it was just music competition than personal. So I kept it right. I kept it right.
Okay. Who was that guy at that time? Who was that art? Was it Nas?
I mean, Queensbridge, they had a million artists. Like, from you had Mobb Deep and Nas coming out of Queens. You had Tragedy, so them three right there it was more like one project. So Flushing, you had like me, you had Mike Geronimo, you had Large Professor, you had Neek the Exotic. So everywhere had their own 5 or 4 artists, and then it was a person like me that was able to go to all of them other places and make all us all do songs together, kick it together. Because growing up with Capone and Nori, like, he was in high school, I was in John Brown, and we would go at each other every day, his guys and my guys. But then once I did music...
What do you mean go at each other?
Like
fight?
Beef.
Nori people?
Yeah, Nori
okay.
people. I mean,
Nori was a troublemaker back then too?
Nah. We was just all from Queens, but we was just, it was just different. But being that he was from Left Wreck, I'm from Flushing, we had our little problems, but I kept it where I was able to do songs with Nori and kept the peace and stuff like that.
So Nori, Ice Down Medallions, it was more than one version, wasn't it?
It was at that time Capone from CNN, that's my first cousin.
Okay.
Yeah, Capone, Kayem Holly, that's my first cousin.
Wow.
So when he had got locked up, Nori had just came out. and LP did the beat, and we wanted somebody on the hook. But at that time, I had problems with Nori. We had like a little beef.
Over what though? Like when you reflect back,
just street shit. Because you from here and I'm from there, you know. And he was in the studio doing Blood Money, and I called him. Capone hooked it, and I had on my jewelry, and I was with a bunch of guys, and he was like, "Yo, come to the studio." And I told my whole crew, "Stay home," and I went by myself with all my jewelry. And when I got there, me and him just kicked it for a minute. Everybody looked at me, and like 15 minutes later, it became like my best friend. You know what I mean? Like,
wow. 15 minutes later, right? Damn, that's Nori though, right? You know, you sit down with him. It's a whole. I remember
it was a whole vibe.
A whole vibe. And so seeing him in the, he did the hook, right? And seeing him in the video meant something.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, yeah.
How did that help?
I mean, because at that point, he didn't want to come to my hood and shoot. I didn't want to come to his hood. So I said, listen, you come to mine, I go to yours. And we just had each other back. And it was dope. It was dope because that was like the first, even his label at that time didn't want him to do, you know, they didn't want you to be on other people's videos out and while they promoting you. But he still did it. He went behind the label and still did the video.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You rocked with Big L as well?
Yes. I mean, I did Big L, Big Pun, Old Dirty Bastard, you know. At that point, it was like if you did an album, you tried to round your album off on, okay, I got a street song, so I'm going to get this person. So when it came to like drug dealer street music, a lot of artists called on me from Mac 10 to Juvie to BG. I mean, I done did songs with everybody you can name.
But you did songs with Mac 10, BG at a time where you wasn't seeing those type of collaborations with an MC like you with a BG. You know what I mean? Like,
it was. I mean, they a lot of them just called on me, or they just like, all right, we got this last song we gonna do. We talking about hustling. We got to go get Royal Flush. And that's how I came with a lot of artists. Like, but working with Big L, working with Pun, man, that was the best.
What you learned from them? Those are arguably two of the best MCs to ever do it. So
yeah, I mean, I learned a lot from Pun. I learned how to control a room. You know, Pun, a person like that with your size, you already think you coming in with a default, man. He can control the room. When he walk in the room, he make the room his. And I learned that from Pun over. Big L was just so smooth where the room was already his. Like, he already knew he could, and whatever you could do, he could outdo you. So those are two lessons that they both gave me, how to control the room and already know you in the room.
What about Guru?
Guru was crazy. Guru was that was my party animal.
Yeah, Guru.
Yeah, like
salute the Guru.
Yeah, I had to lie to Primo sometimes. Like, now we going to the studio, and then me and him go to the club or something. That was my party animal.
Then you lied to Premier?
Yeah.
He's listening too.
The Premier was just on the show not that long ago. Today, like Premier was on the show.
Premier hits me all the time, man. He calls me. You know my situation right now. He calls me and check on me all the time.
Why did you have so many songs on the album Ghetto Millionaire?
At that time, that was like my get away from the streets.
Okay.
So I kind of like lived in the studio. I thought that was like great adventures to me. That was like Disney World. So I was just being there, and I just like, I want to do a song. So I spent like maybe 8 months just like living in the studio, not even going home. So I would just call different artists to come through and just work. And that was it. I just loved the work at the time.
Royal Flush is here with us, man. Big round of applause, man. This guy is legendary for so many reasons. Tragedy Khadafi was another person that we played a lot on the show. And Intelligent Hoodlum, you know.
Rest the president.
Yeah, come on, man. Talk about that relationship too, brother.
Me and I mean, growing up, I was from Flushing, and I got named Flush because I went to visit. I used to go to Queensbridge.
Okay.
And I had family in Queensbridge, so when I went to Queensbridge, my real name's Ramel, so it was a lot of Ramels. So for them to separate me, it was like, oh, that's Flush. That's Ramel from Flushing. So they call me Flush. That's where I got the name from. And going out there at that point, I was a fan of Trash, like Trash, MC Shan, you know, Roxanne Shante. I was a little younger, so I was a fan. When me and Trash started hooking up, it was like when he started going on tour with for Arrest the President. Me and him just got like real tight. That just became my brother. Like, we got albums together. We got so much history together. But I was a fan first. I was a fan of Trash. Trash was one of my favorite MCs ever. Okay, so you on TVT Records, right? TVT, most people now would know because of Pitbull was on TVT later though. You know, Lil Jon was on TVT, right? Bounty Killer, Lil Jon.
Bounty Killer, yeah.
What's Angela's man?
Angela who?
Simmons.
Oh, Yo Gotti.
Yo Gotti.
Gotti. Yeah.
He was on a label with us.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so that roster was crazy. I mean, TBT, Steve Gottlieb, he signed anybody, but he didn't know what to do. But he signed us all.
He didn't know what to do.
Yeah, he had Ja.
He had Ja Rule.
Yeah. Cash Money Click.
He had Cash Money too. He had everything ran through TVT at some point, right? But is that what happened with you though? Because Ghetto Millionaire came out, and then it felt like nothing. I didn't see what was happening. No, maybe I wasn't aware.
No. Really, what happened was Mike Geronimo's first album came out. He did about 15 songs. I was on 13.
Okay.
We went on tour. I did like a little demo put out, and at that time, when I was on tour, my buzz was getting hot in New York, and I didn't know it. I'm on tour with Mike Geronimo, and then Mike Geronimo's label came on tour. They met me in North Carolina with a contract to sign me. I didn't know. I'm just like, here, we got 50,000. We want to sign you right now, this and that. And I was like, all right, well, I'm in the streets. I'm just Mike Geronimo's hype man. Then when I got back to New York, I didn't realize Def Jam was looking for me. Interscope was looking for me. It was like 12 labels looking for me, but I already signed it over.
Did they do that on purpose? You think they scooped the deal?
They knew what he was.
Yeah, the A&Rs knew that. He sounded. That's what they say. He sound like Nas. He's dope. So they actually came down. They flew out with the paperwork to sign me.
They got him.
They got him.
Got him. Rule number 4080.
Record company business shady.
Wow. Ain't that something? And then that whole thing to be compared to Nas at that time wasn't a bad deal.
It was great.
That was amazing. And that's why, but if you knew the culture, we didn't compare you to Nas. We just thought you could rap dope. Like Nas could rap dope.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you're in that dope quotient. But did that ever become a problem for you?
No. To be compared to the best was like that was the everywhere I went. It was to be people. You sound like Nas. He's dope. I mean, then you just know I had a different style in him. But we just talked the similar words or whatever. But I loved it. It helped my career.
Okay, man. Royal Flush is here. We got James on the line. He's in. James, what up, James? How you doing?
Yo, what's going on, family? What's going on, everybody? Tracy G has it be.
What up,
boo? Torch and our Torch ain't dead. Shout out to Royal Flush. What's going on, everybody?
Hey, chilling, man. This is beautiful. We got this man up here. Go ahead. You got a question for him?
Oh shit! I don't know. I had a question, but I forgot it. But I'm just gonna give the man his flowers. I just want to say that I found you through Spotify one day when I was just shuffling like old school hip hop music, and you came on. I think it was What a Shame.
Oh yeah, another song with
No Millionaire. That song is fire right there. But my tracks from that album, basically, I would say is I like the song Dead Letter. Actually that's a good one. What inspired you to write that song Dead Letter? Because when I be getting lit off, when I be drinking, and I hear the Dead Letter, it kind of makes me think about someone and everything. So what inspired you to write the song Dead Letter? Because that beat is just too fire, especially on a great sound system.
That was my man Ryan Owens, aka Magic. He had just passed away, and if you listen to a lot of my songs, I always say his name. It was just a time. It was I actually went in the studio by myself that day, and I did the song by myself. It was just one of them days I just was hurt, and I just wanted to talk about my man because I miss him. You know what I'm saying? So it was like it was a moment for me. So that's what got me there. You know what I mean? One of my friends I miss.
Hey, James, I could tell you a true head, man. Make sure he got a new project. It's called The Royal Price Show, right? And it's a collaborative album with Sean Price, the great. All right, yes. So that's.
Oh man, with Sean Price too. Yeah,
but
3 days for me.
Yeah, Cassidy is on it. It's a few people. Nature is on it too.
Shout out to Nate.
Little Vic is on it. So make sure you check that out, brother. You a citizen.
Sway in the morning.
Nature, man.
Oh, that's my boy. Yeah, he's working on his new album.
Another
now.
one, Queensbridge. That's more Queensbridge.
Man, you guys don't. I'm a big fan of Big Horse too. Shout out to Big Horse. Right, Bravehearts. That whole movement. So I'm in Cali when this Queens movement is happening. All of it. We don't understand the different factions. You don't know. Far Rockaway, Queensbridge. We don't know. We thought it was all one thing. But it's so much talent. Has there ever been? Is that? Nah, I ain't even gonna start that controversy. Queens the most talented borough to ever produce out of hip hop.
Of course. I think everybody should agree with that.
It's hard to argue. Well, no, it's hard to argue that because we didn't even talk about the Lost Boys. You really didn't even get into like 50. You didn't get into like a
Nicki
Tribe Called Quest.
Nicki Minaj, yeah.
Like,
but we didn't get into the LL
Cool
J,
J,
the
Run DMC,
Yeah,
Salt and Pepper. Like, it's a lot that came
Salt
from
and Pepper is Queens?
the Queens from Queens. You know, it's a lot. You know, you talk about G-Rap. You talk about, it's a lot of people from Queens. And to your point, Sway, it's very
Tribe
easy.
Called Quest. It won't stop.
It was very confusing. I would say me even being from the East Coast, I didn't know until I was dating Horse at the time how it was all broken down. I'm thinking it's all the same. He's like, no, the bridge is the bridge. Period. It's 96 buildings. You got to hear about every project. Then
every time.
Yeah. Then there's Left Rack. You know. Then there's AP Corona. It's really broken down into sections. It's almost like telling you the Bay. Everything is just Oakland, and you like, no, it's the Bay Area. You know what I mean? Like, it's different. Vallejo is not Oakland.
So it's hard to argue that Queens is the borough.
I thought in that time when you say you're from Brooklyn, we just thought Brooklyn was Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So the whole Brooklyn, but Queens, you had to separate and you had to break it down. Where at in Queens? Where you from in Queens?
Where you from?
Wow. So let me say, Queens is the most valuable borough to ever come out of New York in terms of hip hop.
Hip hop. I mean, we ain't the creators. I give it to the Bronx for starting it. As far as like the most MCs, the most talent, Queens.
Yeah.
You know we're going to put that up. I want to see what people say to that. This particular project, the Royal Price Show, what made you this? I'm glad you did it. I sat and listened to it twice already. What made you put this together and Sean Price, your relationship?
Me and Sean Price, I always knew the Boot Camp Club. I was on tour with them, but me and Sean Price, 13 years ago, we both had daughters around the same time. So we became like the dads with the daughters. So me and him got real tight. We started just doing Father-Daughter Day. And then one of our guys came up, he built a studio. And that was, when we wasn't with our daughters, we were just in the studio. So we did 1 million songs. So once he passed, I gave about majority of all my songs to Duck Down and Bernadette so they can have them, but I kept my little stash. And I wanted to wait till maybe like 5 or 6 years after everybody did what they had to do, so it don't look like I'm taking his name. And now I just put it out now with the songs. Nobody, like, I got verses people never even heard from him before, and he's mentioning my name, so you know it's personal.
Yeah.
But that was a friend that there was nobody like Sean. Like his last year and a half, it was me and him every day. Like, every day.
Every day.
It wasn't a day without us. We call each other and say, what you wearing? Like, that's...
How did he write, though? Sean was such a, I mean, to me, his patterns, his choice of words, but his patterns are really perplexed to me. Like, how did he write? Did he write in front of you? Or
no, and that's the problem. When we see, like, if we hear the beat, we be like, all right, cool, I'm going to write something. And then I'll walk out the room, get a soda, and I'll come back, and there's nothing written, but he got the whole rhyme. He never just showed people how he writes. So it was unbelievable. So he taught me how to do that. Like, I haven't wrote a rhyme on paper in, like, last 5 years, 6 years.
Really?
Yeah, I don't even look at the paper. I just go in. I remember whatever you do in life, I always say you got to have a start and a finish. So if you got a start and a finish, then you know everything that's going to come between. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to start here, and I'm going to finish here. Then I just close my eyes and come up with the whole topic.
Royal Flush is here. Got a new project out. Wow. You know, and then I appreciate, we've been able to go. I can ask you questions at all. I wanted to ask you way back then when the first project came out. But that's not the only reason why you're here, right? And you have challenges that you've been facing in your personal life, and you wanted to come up here and talk about it, which I commend you for, because as we are starting to age, a lot of us are starting to find ourselves with certain ailments, and a lot of times people don't want to talk about that because it makes them vulnerable, or they don't want to get stigmatized. But you found out about a condition you have. Can you share with us what it is, and how did you find out?
I have lymphoma cancer, which is, if you got prostate or you got breast cancer, those you can kind of shrink the tumors and cut them out. Mine is in my blood. An average person gets 10 tumors. If you get 10 tumors, then there's no surviving. By the time I went to find out, I had 180 tumors.
180?
Wow.
180. So, like, my brain and everything was blocked. Everything was blocked. So they had to do a rush chemo. you know, they said I wouldn't make it to the second chemo treatment, and I'm on my third now. So I'm fighting. Yeah, I'm fighting.
Come on, brother.
I'm fighting.
Come on, you fighting?
Yeah, and it's just, and it was more or less like, you know, and for me to survive, like once they said how much it cost, they was like, it's gonna cost $700,000 to live. And you know, me and my wife went through our insurance, and our insurance said like 220, 180. So she did the GoFundMe, which I didn't want her to do. So once we did it, and then I started seeing people show me love and all that, then I wanted to fight. And one thing I wanted to tell people with cancer, don't put yourself in a situation to make other people happy. Don't sit home and die. Don't sit home. Not like people be like, yo, if you got that much, why you got your jewelry on? But they don't realize that I went to my jeweler and I pawned my jewelry, but my jeweler said, wear it. There go the money, but still wear it. I want you to feel good.
Wow.
So you know what I'm saying? So I want people to, you got to fight. You know, got to fight. Like I'm here to just tell people, don't sit there and die. Because in my situation, if I just sat home and felt miserable and I wanted to look bad or think people won't help me because I got tubes in my mouth, that would have took me out of here weeks ago. So I just want to give people this service. Like, I don't care how it is, what situation you is, you get up and fight. You don't do it for nobody else but you and your family.
Wow, man, Royal Flush, man. That takes a lot of courage.
Yeah. I mean, you know, like I look good now, but you realize when I go to sleep at night, I gotta wear a diaper. Somebody gotta help me go to the bathroom. Some days I can't get up. Some days I can't eat. Some days my hands hurt. So it's a lot, but you know, coming up and doing shows like this keeps me motivated.
Absolutely,
Wow.
man. Come on, man. Give this man a hug, sweetie. I love it. Man.
Absolutely.
Salute to your wife.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Exactly what I was
Salute to your
thinking.
wife.
she goes through it.
And salute to anybody and everybody with families that, you know, who they're taking care of, because it affects the family. Like the part that Flush is sharing, to his point, is the part that people don't see. It's the people who are with you at night when you're trying to go to bed, or helping you get dressed in the morning, and helping you all of that. So salute to your wife and your family as well.
Thank you.
Do you have a routine that you keep? Is anything you can do physically that could help?
No.
Nothing, right?
It's my mind.
Mm-hmm.
My body's already dead. Now it's my mind keeping me alive. So as long as my mind stay alive, then I can just keep fighting and keep fighting. You know?
Wow.
You know, like I said, they said I wouldn't make it to the second treatment. I'm on the third, going on the fourth, and
Amen.
my support system is just dope.
And you look at music as a form of medicine?
Yes,
For keeping that mind alive?
Yes. Or just seeing what people say, or like, you know, like I felt the tumors maybe 6 months before I had it, so I knew something was wrong in my body, and I just gave up.
What did you feel?
The tumors was all around me, so like if I had a big tumor here, I was able to move the tumor.
Wow.
Whoa.
So now, and then once you got the tumor, so now I got tumors on my body. So once you get lymphoma is like an Uber cab. So now it's picking the tumors up and bringing them everywhere in my body. So if I got a big tumor here, the lymphoma cancer would chop it up, bring one to my lung, bring one to my heart. So it just spread it all through my whole body.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean it's rough, but I get up, I feel
Yes.
good. I just feel good.
You have a beautiful spirit.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Come on,
thank
man.
you,
I
thank
was
you.
going to take one of your jewelry pieces. I'm going to let you
Yes,
hold that
man.
now, man. I was thinking when you
What you
walked
gonna
in,
do, Sway?
I could have took
And
his
go
piece.
where? You don't even be wearing no jewelry. You don't even wear a watch.
That's true, but I could have pawned it. I could have got something for it. I
Right,
could
right.
have did something for it. What when you come to that realization, you know, yeah, I'm sure your mind start working. Oh, this is things I want to do. These are things I want to say.
Yeah,
you know, I
bucket
want
list.
to. Yeah, kind of like a bucket list. What is it you want the world to know? Things you want to say. What are some of the things you want to do?
I just like, cause when I sit down with my counselor, cause usually when I go in and I got to do chemo, there's usually a preacher that got to come in there with me. And I got to sign a waiver. The hospital don't want to be responsible if something happened to me while I'm doing
Every
chemo.
time.
Because it's a double dose. It's not like a regular dose. Like if you see my nails, my skin turn color, my head's burning. Like, it's just a lot of things that happen to you. So when they come in and do it with me, really, because music I set. I think the only thing I want to say is people in my situation, you can't, like me, I'm doing a GoFundMe. So I feel like a lot of people won't look out and do the GoFundMe if they don't see me with tubes or see me in
right.
the bed and my eyes are swollen and I look bad to help. I just want to tell people, don't look for that. Just do it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about what comes after it. Beat what's on the table right now.
What's the GoFundMe?
I have a GoFundMe. My GoFundMe. I had my GoFundMe at 300,000,
Okay.
and it went to 30,000.
Uh-huh.
But then I just felt like I don't know if people see me coming out and want to live that maybe they don't want to help. So I put it down to 100,000.
Okay.
I just put it down there, and whether you put it or not, I still got to fight this battle. And I just feel like a lot of people that do want to help me, they don't help because they like, maybe he's still walking around with jewelry, he's still driving a foreign car, which I can't drive. My wife got to drive me now. But I think people just want to see me down to help me. And I just want to tell people, you don't got to be down for help.
Nah, you need to be up. I
Yeah,
want to
you
see you
gotta
looking
be up.
good, bro.
Yeah.
I want to see you being royal flush. I don't want to see nothing less.
Yeah.
You know, how can people donate to the
Yeah.
GoFundMe? What's the address to it? Do you know?
It's Royal Flush. It's
Okay.
under. I give it to you now.
Okay.
So
It's
you
on your
got it.
Instagram.
Yeah, it's
okay.
on my Instagram. It's in my bio on my Instagram. It's real_Royal Flush. Yeah, and anything helps, man. You know, anything help. Matter of fact, next Thursday I got a they doing like not a fundraiser, it's an auction. So I have an auction coming up where Fat Joe's hosting it.
Okay.
And every artist gave me something from them. Like Big Daddy Kane gave me his pair of sneakers. Coochie Rap gave me one of his little guns. Fat Joe gave me the sneakers. Matt Art Premier gave me like a beat machine.
Wow.
Large Professor gave me an old turntable he's not using. So they're gonna do an auction for me, you know. And I mean, people willing to help. People willing to help.
I don't know all the intricacies, but I know because we do media every day, you know, Nas has been in the news with a foundation, and, you know, Rakim and Scarface was mentioned in helping for healthcare. Has anyone reached out to you in terms of that? You know what that's about?
No, I studied it. I had my friends look into it, but nobody. I don't have nobody to kind of just reach out. Nas is my man. I think he just
Right.
don't know. He's on tour a lot. He's busy a lot. You know, but I mean, if somebody could just help me with that situation, or whoever's doing that, who could get in contact with somebody, because I think my help would be someone that's going through it right now. So
Right
it would
now,
look
yeah.
good instead of someone that beat it. I'm fighting right now. So if you can help me, help me. I'm here for it.
This is what the culture is about, man. Our brother Royal Flush right now. Look at him, man. He's thriving. He's striving.
That's the GoFundMe.
And he's in the bout with cancer, lymphoma.
Yeah, lymphoma cancer.
Yeah, and but he's winning this battle, right?
And it's the Royal Flush's courageous fight to conquer cancer. That is the GoFundMe right now. I believe your wife, Shativa.
Yes.
Shativa is organizing this fundraiser, and it's you guys. He's had over 400 donations right now. You guys can still donate.
Well, hold up. We got Ronnie on the line from Virginia. We're looking for those who want to donate to this man's quality of life. This is our brother. This is the culture. We spend a lot of time talking about a lot of stuff that ain't advancing nothing or helping anybody. Let's get off the gossip the gossip mills, and let's put some energy towards helping our brothers. Isn't this what the culture is about, right?
Yes.
This is what the community is about, stepping up for those in their time of need. Royal Flush is one of us. He's a pillar in his game. His legacy is cemented. And so I'm going to donate. We got Ronnie on the line from Virginia. Ronnie, how you doing?
Hey, Ronnie.
I'm doing. How you doing?
Good, man. Say what's up to Royal Flush.
Hey, Royal Flush, how you doing, big up?
I'm all right. One day at a time.
I feel. Hey, listen, I have a cousin that's going through the same exact thing, but I don't want to get into that because I'll start crying. I miss him. I love him. But I'm here to support you, big guy, and I'm having to miss your Instagram page, your Instagram name. Can you please tell me what it is?
It's real_Royal Flush.
Yeah, Will or Real?
Real. Real _.
All right, real.
Royal Flush.
Real. Keeping it real.
Okay, I got you.
R-E.
Royal Flush.
Yeah.
REAL
Underscore.
Royal Flush.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I want to open up the phone lines for folks to donate. And this isn't why he came up here, but I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Cool. If you any donation counts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna
Yes, sir.
pull out my pocket and see what I have in it.
What you got, Swag?
And then I want people to realize that when you do GoFundMe and you have cancer, I don't touch that money. You know, that goes straight to the hospital. We have to sign it like that. And
Wow.
and
Okay.
and every time I go in for chemo, that's $30,000. So I'm on my third treatment, so I'm at 60 already.
Wow. Okay.
Right.
Well, let me say.
I just want to say that I'm here at work at the shipyard right now, and I'm about to go up to cover my coworkers, and I'm going to make them donate because I support that
There
cause.
you go. Come on.
Amen.
I like that, man.
That's beautiful.
Okay. All right. And once again, it's real _
Royal Flush.
Flush.
On
All right.
Instagram.
Ronnie, we love you, brother. We appreciate you. Okay. All right, you a citizen,
I'll
brother.
see you in the morning.
Spread the word, man.
Very loving,
Spread the
generous
word.
citizen.
I just went in my pocket, Royal Flush,
What
and I
you
know
picked
you
up?
probably don't want to do this, but I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here's $1,000.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
I want to put
Swag.
that towards
Wow.
your GoFundMe.
I will.
All right. And we here for you, brother.
All right, come on. I ain't trying to cry today.
No. You
I
ain't
ain't trying to cry today.
Well, we celebrating, man.
Thank you.
Because this is something we gonna win this one, all right? And you winning now. The fact that you up here talking about it, yo. Let me say this, man. It's part of who I am today. I don't tap into a lot of the frequencies that the culture is giving us right now because we're reaching points, we're reaching stages in our life that the culture had never reached. So we have to now start incorporating other ideologies, conversations. We're dealing with health now. We're dealing with mental health, spiritual health, physical health. And so for me to see you here having this conversation, it's powerful and it's necessary. There's a lot of people dealing with health issues that aren't speaking out for whatever reasons.
Yeah, especially men.
Especially men.
The men, yeah.
And we got to start talking because we have to set examples for our kids and our other family members. So it's the least I could do. Let's donate, brother. Come on, man.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
But my crew will tell you, a lot of people been calling me for interviews, and what I told them, if it ain't Sway first, I ain't doing nobody's interview.
Oh, wow,
That's
man.
love.
Damn, man. Really?
He canceled about 10 interviews.
Wow.
And I said, if
Wow.
it's not you, I'm not doing it.
Man, that's love, brother.
Word,
Come on,
thank
man.
you.
We've been
Thank
trying to
you.
make it. Well, I like to set a tone. I like to really set a bar in how we discuss our lives, our culture, so on. I've been on that since the 90s.
Yes, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Since L.A.
Since L.A., bro. Since the Bay,
Well,
before
since
we
the
got
Bay,
to L.A.
yeah.
And so when I hear a higher frequency in our conversations in the culture, that makes me happy. I like to
Thank you.
think that I'm a part of why that happens, to show folks that you can have intelligent, real conversation as yourself and still be successful. That's what you do as an artist.
Absolutely.
You have a high bar style of MCing. The music you make. Everything you done has been so authentic. So we got to be in your corner, brother.
Amen.
If you cry, it's tears of joy because you woke up today.
Yes. Some days I don't even feel like I can get up.
Right? What? So are you able to
You gonna ask him a freestyle?
You did right, aren't I? But Royal Flush didn't come up here not
It
thinking he
helps
didn't
the
have
mind.
bars.
He said
I know he didn't come up here with no bars. I know that didn't just happen. I'm gonna turn my back on him if it did. Tone, drop a beat, man. Yo, you got something?
Yo,
You got something?
I always do, no matter what.
Turn that up, man. Tone, turn
Listen
that
to
up.
me.
Come on.
Look. So what's gonna make me a better man? Listening to y'all niggas, how y'all fuck bitches and dress a little bit different, but never moving consistent while I'm stuck up in the kitchen, rearranging the dishes, feeling like a mortician. Bodies floating and missing, water surround the prison. Escape is my only vision. Hitting back like Sonny Liston, like Thomas was on the Pistons. Shoot past and dish it. Fuck it, I'm Gil Arenas like I'm playing for the Wizards. If I die tonight, this whole coke game is on the fucking strike. And every plug he's probably gonna double up the price. So when you see me with my son, know I got a fucking knife. And hanging with Sway is gonna make it all right.
Yeah, Royal Flush! Royal Flush! Come on, I got the freestyle! Come on, I got it! Yo, Queen's been representing all year. We got it from LL, now we got it from Royal Flush. Come on! Yo.
God bless.
Thank you, bro.
And
Come
still
on, man.
so
Shit sounds so
skilled.
ill. This man so smooth with it.
Different.
Yo, listen, man. We got Coco on the line from Brooklyn. You know who Coco is?
Coco.
You familiar?
Yeah, I know the name.
Yeah, Coco.
I mean, I listen to your show, so I know everybody.
Yo, Royal Flush is a citizen.
Sweet about it.
Come on, Coco. What you want to say? Go ahead.
I want to give a shout out to my bro, Ramel. Y'all know him as Royal Flush, but I know him
that's
as
my
Ramel.
family.
That's what
That's
I
family.
said. Coco.
Yes.
Yes.
Coco's my heart. My brother that died, that was his wife. Yeah, you know what I
Okay,
mean?
yeah,
My
yeah.
brother Sean, man. So I love her to death.
Rest in power,
And
Sean.
rest in peace to her sister too.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
Yes, my sister Pumpkin. And I love you so much. And I post your GoFundMe. I support your wife 100%, 1,000%. And anything you need, and you know my platform is kind of big too. I got you, bro. You
Thank
already
you.
know.
I got to come over for some good food. That's all.
Yes, you got to see Naya Jigga. Jigga's playing ball in PA. He's
I
doing
know.
the damn thing.
You know, I follow everything. I
You
see
got to
it.
see him.
Coco,
you.
what can you tell us about him that the world should know?
Wow. Let me see. He got a big heart.
Yeah.
Yes.
He got a big heart, and he take care of his brother. Shout out to my bro Rudy.
Oh yeah, yeah. Shout out to my brother, man. He. I know sometimes he don't even want to change my motherfucking diaper.
Yeah. That's incredible,
But
though.
he comes over, he cooks for me every
Shout out
day.
to Rudy, yo.
Man,
That's
he
my
does
bro.
a lot.
Yeah.
You know, it's been a lot of artists
Yep.
like Mike Geronimo comes over every day, checks on me. Capone
Oh, that's
comes.
good.
Kalani
Yeah.
was saying Mike Geronimo was the first donor.
Yeah,
Is that right?
I thought he had cancer. He cried more than me, so you know that's my
Lord.
baby boy.
But y'all got that history together,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like, who put on who?
Mike put me on.
yeah.
Mike put me on. I was in the streets and Mike was rapping, and then I said, Mike, hold on, I can do what you're doing.
And that's how it all.
And that was it.
That's how it started. Hey, Coco, thank you. We appreciate you. Okay, you family with us and you a citizen.
Let's
Okay?
wait a moment.
Okay, that's
And I
Coco.
want one more shout out to both sides of the violence because we out here doing the work with gun violence. I just came back from a rally, so shout out to both sides of the violence. BSVinc.org. Please support us. Hard Head Battle. We out here for this violence that's out here. So thank y'all.
I love y'all family, man. I got to come over for a holiday. I know y'all cooking good grits.
Yes, we
All
could
right.
cook. We could cook.
I could tell. Shit.
Have a great day. Happy holidays.
Anybody named Coco
You too,
could cook.
Coco.
All right, you a citizen, Coco.
Wait a moment. That's
You can't
facts.
just have a Coco name.
That's necessary.
That whole act, can you humanize the where people could either sympathize, in some cases empathize with the fact that you need help. You need folks to change a diaper. Like, how did you psychologically get through that?
It bothered me when it started with my daughter. My daughter, she's 13. She actually she said, "Daddy, come take me out and eat." And we went out and ate, and she said, "Daddy, I know you feel like, because I'm the man of the house, so I'm used to, I got to take care of everything." So she said, "You took care of us for so long, let us take care of you."
Wow.
And that right there was like, I got it, fuck it.
Yeah.
You know, baby, wipe my ass.
I wiped yours.
Full circle.
Good for the kid. It's good for really. But
But it hurts. It hurts not being dependent for myself, man.
Yeah.
But like I used to drive my kids to school every day, which I can't no more. But I still get up and get dressed and ride with my wife. So I still try to keep my same routines going to keep me going, man. But yeah, this is one of the roughest battles of my life, though.
Yeah, I believe in you though, and
Same.
the fact that these are victories. It's like we add up the victories. What are some of the things on your list to do? We're not gonna talk like you. We
I
just
actually
moving forward.
I reached out, because I love music. So like I reached out to Primo. Primo, where my beat at?
Do you DJ Premier? Okay,
Yeah,
we get you a
yeah.
Primo beat. What
And
other
he
things?
said it, and I mean that was it. I just wanna even after I finish my album, I just wanna like go to schools and talk and just give people in my situation, like go to cancer hospitals and just tell people it's more in your mind. It ain't the sickness. It's your mind. Once your mind go, you go. And I just want to tell people, nah, don't let that happen. Still go out sometimes. You can't drink, can't smoke, but go in the atmosphere, look at it, enjoy it. Don't sit home and watch it on TV and miss it. Be a part of it.
There it is, Royal Flush, man. Thank you,
Yes.
brother.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate you coming up, man.
Thank you.
Man, you enjoy yourself here?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Anything you want to say in closing?
No. My wife said, make sure you give me the $1,000 to put it in the GoFundMe.
She said that.
She on
She said
it.
that? Okay, man. Well, I'm going to donate more. Let her know
Nah,
I'm going to
thank
donate,
you.
man.
Nah,
It's all
thank you,
love,
thank
brother.
you.
It's all love,
Thank
man. Y'all make sure now get that project, the Royal Price Show. Also get the sit down as well, right?
Yes,
You
the
get
sit
the-
down is out.
Yeah, he got a couple projects out, so let's support Royal Flush.
Yes.
Man, it warmed my heart to have you on this show, bro. You're part of so
thank
many
you, thank you.
memories for
Thank
me.
you, man.
And let's make some new ones.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank y'all for having me. The whole world, man.
Absolute pleasure.
Absolutely.
You are a king.
Royal Flush, man.